tutorial for you because today we're going to be visited by middle schoolers. So hopefully you're okay with that. But in the meantime, we're going to continue working on. So open up your circles. You should have something that you see on screen and on the layers palette and the history palette. By the way, I'm going to make sure that you have this. Okay. I should only see history and layers. I do have notes there, but that's for this tutorial. So if you look at workspace, you should have, like for instance, I should be able to, basically see your name there. There we go. See if I go here. So you go to workspace and you should see your name right there. Okay. I should not see anything like this. Okay. Any kind of clutter, all this stuff. Okay. We went over this. And so I'm expecting you to have it like this, very clear, very uncluttered. All right, so the first thing I want to point out is that you notice where my whole canvas is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over right there, okay? Well, at least try to. There it is right there. So I guess it likes it over there. And I'm going to move my whole canvas using the scrub bars down here a little bit closer, okay, to the Windows panel and move this over here. All right, there. Now I got a nice little cozy environment that I can work on. So the first thing I want to talk about is this right here, okay, change the names of the layers into hex numbers. Well, what are hex numbers? So if I was to kind of, okay, type it in, what are hex numbers, okay, and that's what it is, okay. Hex numbers are numbers written in hexadecimal numeric system. Okay, so that pretty much tells you nothing. All right, so basically if you click here, you'll notice, okay, it doesn't tell you anything either. All right, never mind on the whole so-called using the internet, okay? But let me show you what hex numbers are. So if I was to click here, okay, on this this square here, okay, under the color icon, the foreground, you'll notice that right here, there's this, okay? So there's 6 letters and 6 numbers, okay? Combination of letters and numbers. So this is the hex number because there's 6 of them, okay? So if I was to move this around, you'll notice that a whole bunch of stuff happens, that the number, the colors change, the hex number changes, okay? So what I'd like you to do first and foremost, okay, is to change, okay, all the layers into its hex number. So what you're going to do now is you're going to highlight the layer, like right here it says blue first left, okay? That means this guy right here, okay, that guy right here. And what you need now is, let me introduce you to what is known as the eyedropper tool, okay? So if I click on the eyedropper tool, okay, and I'm going to go ahead and click here, you'll notice that it'll change right here in the foreground icon. So I'm going to go ahead and click here, and there it is, it changed. So if you click on that icon, you'll see that there's a hex number. I'd like you to copy it, okay, go to the layer, all right, and press OK, double click on the layer, and that's the number I want, okay? And if you notice, I've done that for most of these circles here. So I'd like for you to go ahead and stop this video, okay, and go ahead and rename it based on the hex number. Do it right now, okay? Stop this video. Okay, so by now you should have had everything in hex numbers, okay? So whatever number they might be. And next thing we're going to do is, if we go here, you'll note we're going to organize them so they are connected and placed in groups. So sometimes I kind of want to be able to, first of all, if I want to move the middle here, right here, yeah, notice that the hex numbers, of course I can tell by the icons. And let me also show you one thing about the icons. If I click on this, okay, it's not very, it's not showing, you won't be able to see this. Hold on a second. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over. So now you'll be able to see it. Okay, so if I click on, okay, sorry about that. So if I go up to here and I click on panel options, okay, I can actually decide the size of my layers. Now I can go even smaller. See, if I click here, click OK, notice it gets smaller, which might be just enough for you guys. You can still see the thumbnails, okay? Of course, a big mistake would be to go down to panel options and put none, press OK, and that would be kind of hard to work with. So let me go back over here, go back to panel options, and I'm just going to choose this one right here is usually good. Depends, okay? Because I can clearly see the thumbnails. It'll tell me where they are. All right, so now let's say I want to, I want to go ahead and find this one. Which one will it be? Well, notice that when you click on it, okay, first of all, select the move tool and then go ahead and click on this. Click on the circle and you'll notice that it'll highlight, okay? You can also right click and the name of the layer is going to be highlighted for you. So if I click here, there's the name, see? And if I click on it, guess what? My green circle will be highlighted. If I go here, okay, there we go. And that is highlighted, okay? So you see, pretty darn good. All right. Let's hold off for a second. All right, so now, again, what I want to do, okay, is, let me just move this guy out of the way. I want to be able to right click, okay, there it is right there, okay. I was able to locate it. Now, when I move this, you notice that I move it, but I don't have the 5. The 5's got to move with it, okay. So what I like to do now is I'm going to go ahead and let's take the first one, okay, there it is right there. And I'm going to bring it way up there, way up to the very top. Okay, so way up there. There you see. Okay, way up there. All right, there we go. Actually, well, you know, I guess I don't have to do it right away. But notice that now, because remember I talked about layers, it's above the number 1. So I'm going to move the number 1 up. So there it is again. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to highlight both of them. So I press and hold the Shift key. Press and hold the Shift key. Let me go ahead and write this down. Okay. Actually, let me just use this one. Let me use this sticky note here. Okay, hold on. Hopefully I can find it. Let's see. Yeah, it's not opening. Hold on. BRB. So let's me quit it and let me. Okay, here we go. So if I was to press and hold the Shift key, okay, I can select multiple layers. Okay, so I'll just do that. Okay, or, you know, not only the Shift key, or the Command key, okay, Command keys. Let's go ahead and do this. If I do the Shift key, I can select a whole slew of layers all at once. So if I click here, press and hold the Shift key, and I click down here, all these layers will be selected. But if I wanted to select alternate layer, so I click here, I press and hold the the Command key, click here, look at that, see, I can do all that. So notice it's alternate. So that's the Command key. But I want to be focused on these 2 keys. And then what I'm going to do now is I am going to right click, okay, if you'll notice, new group. So I now notice that it'll name the group. So I'm going to call this upper row 1, okay, upper left. I'm just going to call it R1 UL. That means upper left, okay? Yeah, that's it. Actually, just call it left. R1L. R1L left. Okay, let's just keep it at that. Notice that there it is right there. And when I click on this right here, okay, I have to click to make sure I place it inside there. There it is right there. And notice it's indented a little bit. Same thing with this one here. So there you go. And once again, I place the 1 below the circle, and now I can clearly see the 1. All right, so what I'd like for you to do is place everything in folders, okay? Everything in folders. Please do that right now. Stop this video and do that. So let me show you something really interesting here. If I have this, I'm on the third one here. I'm going to go ahead and right click. Okay, it'll select the one here in row 1 upper right. And if I press and hold Command, I don't have to move the number. I can go up to 3. There it is right there. Okay, so notice 3 and this one is selected. And so when I right click, okay, new group, and I'm going to go ahead and call this row 1 right. Okay, there I have it. And you'll see that I can just go ahead and yeah, let's see if it just does that. It should have actually done it for you. Let me see if I can fix this really quickly. It's not it didn't do what I wanted to do. So let me come back to you. Okay, once again, put this number there. So right now, as you can see, I have 3 folders already made up. So I'm going to test something out. Again, this thing is not being placed into folders for some reason, but I will figure it out. Just going to put this here. Okay. Okay, so I know what happened, okay? Because before, the folders were being created. So let's go with number 4. Okay, so I'm going to choose that one. There it is right. I think it's this one here. No? Let's see. Let's go back here again. It's this guy right here. Okay, so this one. All right, so I'm going to press and hold the command key. Then I'm going to look for number 4. Now, this is where I made the mistake. Okay, so I'm going to right-click, and then I'm going to choose, okay, new group from layers. Okay, new group from layers. Okay, so not new group, but new group from layers. Okay, so I made that mistake. My bad. So this time I'm going to choose row 2, middle, left, sorry. Row 2, left, okay? Row 2, left. I'm going to press OK. And now when I click on this drop down, okay, there you see 4 and this left icon over here has been created. Okay, so go ahead and stop the video again and finish up. Actually, let me just go ahead and do this a few more times with you. So once again, I click on the middle one right here. Okay, there's highlighted, and I press and hold the command key. Then look for number 5. There it is. Right click, and then I'm going to new group from layers. I'm going to call this row 2, middle. Okay, there it is right there, and you can see that there it is right there. I'll do one more with you. Okay, click here because I know that I can tell that this icon here kind of mimics that green. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then let's look for number 6. Okay, right click, new group from layers. Okay, so this one is going to be called row 2, and this will be right. Okay, so there we have it. All right, push this up, and there we have. Okay, go ahead and continue. Okay, so by now you should have something like this. Okay, you can always rename whatever you want. Okay, if you just double click, you can rename it, makes it the title editable. So once again, row 1 is going to be the number 1, and this guy right here. Okay, see I'm moving it. Okay, if I click on number 1, I'm not going to be able to move. Okay, actually I was. So, but anyways, you notice that they're there. Now these are extras, so what you can do is you can go and right click and press delete layer. Same thing with this one. Okay, right click, delete layer. Okay, there you go. All right, very cool. So we got that, but that still doesn't solve the problem with me being able to move this circle, but not the one. Let me show you how to solve that. Okay. So what you do is you highlight these two. Okay, and here you can press the command key or the shift key. Okay, so you got these two highlighted. Then you go all the way down here and you see this icon right here. If you wait for it, there it says link layers. Well, yeah, there it is right there. So if you click here, now you'll notice that these two are linked. So when I go ahead and do this, okay, if I want to move, notice they both move together. So let me do one more. Okay, let me go to this one. So this one and this one. You would think that, I just want to see if there's a way, link layers. Okay, so you can actually right click on link layers. Now they're linked. Okay, so now I could do number 2. So you see that? Okay, go ahead and stop this video and link all the layers in the respective folders right now. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you on this project is you're going to use the internet, and let's say we want to have an image. Okay, so click on this, okay, and let's go ahead and click on this guy. All right, let me just zoom here a little bit, okay. I'm going to right click, copy image, okay. Now I'm going to go back into Photoshop, and this time I'm going to do File, New, okay, and there you should see Clipboard and the size of the image, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and double click, and I'm going to either Edit Paste or Command V. Watch this. Now I'm going to go to Layers. Okay, let's say I want to place that dog right there. I'm going to highlight this circle, and you can, by the way, these eyeballs here will make the ball disappear. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the magic wand tool Okay, I'm going to go ahead and circle. See that? How now I got the marching ants. Now watch this. Okay, I'm going to use the marquee tool here. Click here. I'm going to click and drag now, but instead of dragging anywhere here, I'm going to bring it up all the way to here. And look at this and let go. Look at that, okay? And now I can copy, Command C, okay? Or I can, let's see, no, none of that to copy. Go back here and I can paste. It'll ask me, okay, there it is, okay? And then you can rename this, okay, to whatever you want. Okay, you can call it dog, okay? Whoops. And, okay, give it a different font. All right, there we go, okay? Let's do one more, and then, whoops, you got to be careful, though. Make sure that. Now, for instance, you might have a hard time, like not moving one layer. What you can do is this, in this case, you can move it down a little bit. You can just click here, and then you can click the lock, okay? Let's see if there's a right click opportunity here. Yeah, lock layers right there, okay? So you can lock that one, and when you lock it, okay, I don't see it being locked. Oh, here, all linked layers. Let's see. I'm trying. Nope, it's not doing it. Hold on a second. Okay, I think the best thing to do is just highlight this and click on this icon right here. There it is, the lock. Okay, so now when I move the word dog, the other thing beneath it, okay, I think you have to unlink it. So let's go ahead and unlink the layer. So let it go by itself. And now I can actually move the word. Okay, so sorry, you don't have to, you have to unlink it, okay? Now let's do the next one. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and I don't think I linked these layers. Okay, good. So let's go to the internet and find another one. This time choose cat. Or let's choose LeBron. How about that? He's such a popular figure with you guys. There he is right there. So let me go ahead and do this one. Capture, copy image. Oops. Copy image. All right, so now I don't need this guy anymore. So I'm going to do File, New. Okay, you notice that is a clipboard. I'm going to put LeBron right here. All right, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and highlight this layer because where the circle is. Take the magic wand tool, create my marching ant circle, click on the marquee tool, and this time I'm going to, let's see what happened. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to click here, and now I'm going to bring it up into here and bring it at LeBron James's. Now you may have to times. I'm going to copy LeBron, put it right there. Okay, and press OK. There he is right there. Now notice there's this thing here. I don't know what that is right here. So I can bring, I think it's a number 2. You can hide that. So I don't know. Maybe I used a different font, but I can move this guy here. Oops. Once again, you notice that my circle back there changed. So I have to unlink the layers, okay? And then I'm going to click here and I'm going to press lock here so it doesn't move. So now I'm just going to go ahead and, in fact, I'm just going to delete it and put in a new text. Now, when you do that, you got to be careful. So let's put down LeBron, okay? And it actually, make sure it's inside the folder. There he is. And then at this point, I can go ahead and highlight this and make it a little bit shorter. All right, so there's LeBron James. And all right, so why don't you guys go ahead and finish up. When you are done, I like these things, some of these expanded, okay? So you're going to take 2 screen captures, okay? I want all this screen cap. I'm more concerned about this than I am about. So here's what I like you to screen capture, okay? So, and put it inside the Google slide that I prepared for you. So Shift 1, okay? You do this one, okay? Actually, here, hold on. Let me ignore this one. So let's do this one. So I like to say, actually, don't ignore it. So, and then, okay, if I see that the first 3 folders are expanded, okay, there it is. And then I will do this one. So, okay, there we go. And now we'll do the other ones. All right, so, so do it for all 3. So you're taking 3 screen captures for all 3 are all 3 rows of folders, okay? And I hope that explains everything. Of course, I should still be in the classroom talking to the kiddos over there. And so just go ahead and raise your hand. I'll try to answer as best I can and as fast as I can. All right, hope you enjoy this. Finish up, turn in today.